Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. When Bai Lu quietly walked onto Wang Xingyue's film set, time didn't just slow down, it trembled. Fans froze, staff whispered, and every glance between them felt like a secret begging to be uncovered. Was this just a friendly visit or the moment that finally exposes the relationship fans have been decoding for months? It started like any normal filming day for Wang Xingyue. The crew was focused, cameras were rolling, and the atmosphere carried that familiar hum of long shooting hours. But everything shifted the moment a familiar silhouette stepped onto the lot, soft, graceful, and impossible to mistake. Bai Lu, dressed casually but glowing with an effortless charm, appeared without warning. And in seconds, every pair of eyes on set snapped toward her. No one expected her to be there. Not today, not during this tight production schedule, and certainly not while Wang Xingyue was immersed in one of his most emotionally demanding scenes. But the timing was almost too perfect. As Bai Lu walked toward the crew, the air around them shifted. Conversations faded. The staff exchanged knowing looks. And in the midst of this sudden tension, Wang Xingyue noticed her. His expression, usually calm, disciplined, almost unreadable, softened instantly. It wasn't dramatic or exaggerated. It was subtle, warm, and undeniably sincere. The kind of reaction someone has when they see a person who means something. Fans who later compiled the clips called it the moment the facade cracked. Because that small shift in Wang Xingyue's eyes said more than any statement ever could. While Bai Lu greeted the staff politely, the chemistry between them simmered beneath the surface. She didn't rush toward him. He didn't run to her. Instead, their connection unfolded in a quiet, almost cinematic way, like a scene from one of the slow-burn romances they often star in. A delicate blend of tension, longing, and unspoken familiarity. And then came the moment that sent social media into complete frenzy. As the crew prepared for the next shot, Bai Lu stepped aside to avoid blocking the cameras. But Wang Xingyue subtly moved closer, positioning himself between her and the busy equipment around him. It was such a small gesture, protective, almost instinctive, but one that fans recognized instantly. It wasn't the action of a co-star. It wasn't the action of a casual friend. It was the tender, unconscious behavior of someone who cares deeply. This wasn't the first time fans noticed something like this. Over the past months, moments kept slipping through the cracks, matching items, synchronized posts, similar travel schedules. But seeing Bai Lu physically show up on his set, that took things to a different level. And right before the cameras rolled again, the two finally exchanged a glance. Warm, soft, lingering. The kind that doesn't need words. But before anyone could make sense of what they were witnessing, something even more surprising happened, something that made fans feel like they were watching a real-life drama unfold. And this is where everything truly takes a turn. As the filming resumed, Bai Lu remained quietly on the sidelines. She wasn't trying to draw attention. She wasn't performing. She stood there with a gentle composure, hands folded, eyes occasionally drifting toward the set where Wang Xingyue immersed himself back into character. But fans later pointed out something striking. Bai Lu wasn't just watching. She was observing him with a level of familiarity that went beyond professional curiosity. Throughout the shoot, every time the director called cut, Wang Xingyue glanced in her direction. It wasn't desperate or obvious, just natural. Like he was checking in with someone who felt like home. Someone who grounded him. At one point, he walked toward her, brushing off the dust from his costume, and the two exchanged a quiet conversation. No microphones picked up what they said. but fans who studied their body language insisted it felt like coded affection. Bai Lu offering soft reassurances, Wang Xingyue smiling in ways he rarely does on camera. And then came the gesture that ignited the biggest wave of online theories. A staff member handed Wang Xingyue a warm drink, but he didn't take it for himself. Instead, he turned and offered it to Bai Lu with both hands, gently, respectfully. She accepted it with a small laugh, the kind that slips out when someone you're comfortable with does something sweet without thinking. The clip went viral within minutes. Fans labeled it the drink moment that confirmed everything. Because that simple act revealed a dynamic that didn't need public explanations. More clues began emerging in fan discussions. One user pointed out that the thermos cup Wang Xingyue gave her was the same model she had been spotted with weeks earlier. Another noticed that their bracelet's simple, silver, elegant looked eerily similar. It wasn't proof, but it was enough to ignite speculation. And then, as if the universe wanted to pour fuel onto the fire, someone leaked a photo taken from a distance, Bai Lu standing under the shade, and Wang Xingyue leaning slightly toward her, listening intently, his expression soft and fond. Fans captioned it, "This doesn't look like co-workers." But this wasn't the end of the story. Because just when everyone thought they had seen everything, something deeper, something more personal, something quietly intimate happened backstage after filming wrapped. And this final moment is what truly made people believe that the rumors might not be rumors anymore. Let us move into the moment that changed everything. When filming ended for the day, most staff began packing equipment, organizing props, and preparing to leave. The set noise faded into a calmer, more relaxed atmosphere, and with fewer eyes around, the tension between Bai Lu and Wang Xingyue became more visible, not dramatic, not flamboyant, but undeniably real. Wang Xingyue approached Bai Lu again, this time without the barrier of cameras or crew movements. He asked if she had eaten yet, an innocent question on the surface. But fans who observed the interaction noted the tone in his voice, gentle, warm, almost protective. Their conversation was brief, but the energy between them felt unmistakable. Bai Lu smiled, brushing a stray hair behind her ear, while Wang Xingyue tilted his head slightly, listening with an attentiveness that suggested something deeper than friendship. As they walked toward the exit area, a staff member dropped a folder accidentally, scattering papers everywhere. Bai Lu instinctively bent down to help,